Do you know what really stood out to me in this fight, guys?
What?
Michelle Waterson's bum. Oh my God, phenomenal.
He says as his girlfriend walks right by him.
Love you, baby. Yo, what kind of facial hair do you think Donald Cerrone's going to show up with?
Didn't he have a beard at the weigh-ins?
Oh, did he?
I believe so.
Yo, what's your favorite iteration of Cerrone? Is it like the completely bald, skinhead-looking Cerrone? Is it the like grizzled cowboy with the beard? What do you think? What's your favorite Cerrone look?
When he was bald but had the beard, when his kid just came out, like when he just got his kid.
When Dave just came out. Yeah, that's when he went on his little run.
Yeah. That was he looked good. He looked good.
He's actually listening to game plans now for the first time in his life.
Oh,
Sorry,
right.
say that again.
Pettis, he was saying that before this, he'd never listened to a game plan that his coach put in.
But you know what? Sometimes I can see that because like you're not all the way trusting of a game plan. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes.
Didn't you also say, Mike? Though, didn't you also say Cerrone doesn't watch tape?
Yeah, he doesn't watch film.
Cerrone doesn't watch tape.
Yeah,
he doesn't, but his coaches do, and they relay the information.
But you know,
not totally the same thing.
And I
Definitely
think
not the same.
I think that's where like he got really frustrated with Winklejohn because Winklejohn was all like training other guys, right? And Sanchez had the same issue too. They're training other guys, right? And they need to get this camp going on the road, right? So, right, like they felt almost neglected in a way, right? And that's why they left, which is interesting.
Wait, fighters have egos? What?
No, but here's the thing. Well, David, you're right. Fighters do have egos. But it was like universal. So many people were complaining like, yeah, we're not getting any attention. We're like doing classes here, like average Joes and stuff. You know what I mean? Like there's some really weird stuff.
The average Joe's got to get some love too. But no, I feel what you're saying. If you're a pro, you don't want to injure yourself, and you want that special attention, especially if you put that much work into.
Well, especially if you got a fight coming up, you know.
That too.
I blame Jeremy for this.
Yeah.
Honestly, guys, I'm just manipulating your streams right now in the background.
Hey, that's the worst Jeremy accent. Like Jeremy.
That's a great Jeremy accent. He doesn't have an accent. It's an impression.
But like impression. That's the worst one. I live with the damn guy.
It sounds good. Cool. It sounds good. Like Geek fans, rate my impression of Jeremy in the chat. Oh, dude, Rufus with the salt and pepper. He's looking older.
Not too close to home.
Oh, is that Rufus? I can't tell what the mask on. Is that
that's Duke Rufus, man.
That's Duke?
Dude, he's looking a little more salt and pepper than normal.
You know what? If Pettis never listened to a game plan until now, how frustrating could it be for Duke? Like, Duke is one of the best game plan guys.
Oh yeah, you must just feel like a cheerleader.
Yeah, like he must have been like upset because Duke is one of the best game plan guys in the world. Like, look at what he did for Tyron Woodley, right?
Mike, your
he
brother.
went off camera for a second. Oh, he's back.
Okay.
Just as he said.
Right here.
David, do you get me a beer?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, thank you.
The beer of Christ, right?
What? The beer of Christ?
Yeah, the beer of Christ.
Jeez, man.
I haven't seen it. My stream cracked
there's the
up.
eye poke.
Yeah, and then look, the rest of it stay on.
Who's repping?
Keith Peterson. Yo, Mike, I got a question.
Yeah.
How many Mike Goldbergs can you beat up at once? Dude, as you're getting curb stomped to get death by the 30 Mike Goldbergs, all you hear is, right you are, Joe. Right you are, Joe. Echoing in your ear. I'm telling you, guys, bet on Cruz. He's going to win. There's going to be very few areas of this fight where Cejudo is going to be able to win. I just
think that Dominic is not the same athlete. Something tells me he's not. So, like, because of that, I think Cejudo takes advantage of him there.
You after that Cruz fight, you might. After that Verdun fight, you might be right. We've seen what the weathering of time could do to an athlete, once elite athlete.
Dude, like, and the thing is like he's 35, hasn't fought in 4 years, and the last time we saw him, he got like outclassed by Cody Garbrandt, right? Which isn't an indictment.
Garbrandt fought a
Garbrandt fought a great fight, but
perfect game plan, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Garbrandt thing might have just been a stylistic matchup.
No, I'm not saying it's I'm not saying it's an indictment. I'm just saying like we're talking about Cruz like we're gonna see old school WEC Cruz. Like you don't know, like you know what I'm saying.
First of all, it's Weck.
But that's the thing,
Man,
like
Greg Hardy looks faded.
What does faded mean? Is that a good thing? Is
no,
he on
he
drugs?
looks high. He looks on drugs. He does have a cocaine addiction, by the way, guys. So
Actually,
Like has present or confirmed, or are you just
confirmed,
alleging?
confirmed in the past, but I don't know what it is now.
Okay. Do you know the thing that doesn't make any sense to me is so many contradictions. You didn't get it approved, yet you're using it in the middle of a fight. You say like, "Oh yeah, I'm terrified of competing today because of my asthma," but yet you're still here and you quite clearly volunteered to do this. So like, I don't know. It's just like a lot of contradicting information.
yeah. Look, here's the thing.
I just feel
You
like
can't-
a lot
just
of
use an
times.
inhaler mid-fight. You can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't. It's not. It's highly.
That means you're not medically fit to fight.
Yeah,
You shouldn't be fighting.
yeah, right. That's the whole
That's it.
thing. But like you say that, and all of a sudden, as Max get jumped down your throat, go like, "Oh yeah," and it's like, no, like, come on, like, let's. Like I remember saying something like,
Outside Greg Hardy, all the other people who suffer from asthma are not using inhalers in the middle of the fight. He's just the first to do so.
Right.
You know? So
Listen, Ed Hardy, go back to
But you're
making
Sorry.
awful shirts. Sorry, go on, Donnie.
no, it's just I finished my point. I interrupted, sorry.
no,
Jorgen de
like,
Castro, getting thick.
I was just saying, like, it's just like, you know what I feel like with him is like, it's just, I feel like I almost have to like be, what's the word? I almost like feel like compelled to just like present facts and see what you guys think about the facts with him, because the problem is that like you want to hate him so much that you're almost not willing to give him like a fair shake.
Wait, who, me?
No, not me. Like me personally.
Or in general?
Like in general, people are just so like ready to hate him that when things happen with him, you're not willing to give like all the facts presented. And I feel like that we have to avoid that too. Like if we're gonna hate Greg Hardy,
Domestic abuse tends to
In
be
regards to this whole inhaler thing, or just him in general?
him in general, like like the whole Alan Crowder thing. I heard people saying like it was definitely on purpose to he's inexperienced to, and I'm like, hold on a second. There have been many experienced fighters who have had that accidental illegal knee happen to them. Like, it happened to Eddie Alvarez, right? And then 2 fights later, Eddie Alvarez ends up winning a championship. So, you know, like, I just feel like we have to, what's the word? If we do this thing with Greg Hardy, we have to be fair in a weird way. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna talk about his career, let's be fair about it. With that being said,
no, we're not gonna do that. We don't have to be fair, right?
Yeah,
Am I
no,
tripping?
I agree.
no, I feel
It sounds like, and it sounds like something. It's not. It sounds like
Like, do we
something
have to be fair
controversial.
about John Jones?
no.
Yes.
Listen to me.
Because he's the GOAT.
Listen to me. From a fighting perspective, like if we play this, he's a bad person. So like everything everything we have to do, like for example, BJ Penn, right? If we look in his past all the time, we can find some holes there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's my whole thing with Greg Hardy, and I guess we're like going like 80 years into Greg Hardy, is that like, yeah, he's a bad human being. Yeah, he's irredeemable, but like, if we're gonna talk about him as a fighter, let's do it with truthfulness and fairness as a fighter.
Okay, let's cut him some latitude on the knee then. The inhaler is inexcusable.
Yeah, the inhaler is inexcusable, but the knee for me was like the big one where I was like, come on. Let's.
Oh, but by the way,
You can also blame the commission for actually allowing such a crazy thing to happen too.
Yeah.
For that.
And Dean Thomas too. Like Dean Thomas deserves some flack. Like you're.
Oh my God!
every single time.
Are you seeing how wild some of these shots are, or am I just losing my mind?
You know, Hardy's not that good of a kickboxer, so I don't know why he didn't try him there. But.
My thing is, why is he not wrestling? Like, no grappling at all. Is he scared he's gonna eat a shot, or
maybe he just doesn't have an affinity for it? Like he trains at AT&T. Like you gotta believe they're trying it.
Wait, hold on. Did you call it AT&T?
Sorry, yeah,
It's not a wireless company.
ATT.
Listen, get your Muay Thai at 6 o'clock, and then we'll hook you up with the phone.
Oh!
Or maybe he got the tennis.
Wow! Whoa! Great one.
that is some nonsense. He lost that fight pretty convincing.
Oh,
I wouldn't say convincingly. I would say rounds 2 and 3 were a little more competitive, but I would have given it to DeCastro for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
We can agree to disagree.
I would give that to DeCastro.
I would give it to DeCastro. Like I'm not saying it's like but what I'm saying is like DeCastro, especially in round 3, really slowed down. Right?
Yeah,
I don't know
for sure.
why. Yeah.
I would give it to DeCastro, like, yeah, for sure.
Right.
But I just think, yeah.
Because like I would give round 3 to Greg Hardy just by inactivity alone. And then round 2 is where I kind of I'm like, I can see it either way. But round 1 was definitely DeCastro. So, like, I guess they're saying 2 rounds to 1. I have to see the scorecards, but
Yeah, I don't think I see that.
but I don't see DeCastro losing that.
They somehow gave him the second round, because you could say Greg Hardy won the third, so they somehow gave him the second.
Yeah.
All right.
And especially how DeCastro finished the second, where he just stopped throwing.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that, like...
Maybe that's why. It's the way you ended the round, right?
A lot of judges will literally give a fighter the round based off of a flurry at the end, right? And
Especially when it's
not
like close and,
yeah.
and definitive.
Because I didn't think that second round was very convincing for DeCastro, but I gave it to him just based off of like his activity in the beginning, right? But as soon as he threw that leg kick and it hit a shin, he slowed right down, right? So
he just stopped throwing.
Yeah.
So looks like the Cater and the Jeremy Stevens fight's up next. Jeremy's done back-to-back fights now. And missed weight by like 4 or 5 pounds.
Yeah, he was way over. Way over.
I think he was saying to the people checking, I think he whispered it and they showed it on Embedded. I could be wrong. Like he was saying, I mean, he was so over that he was going to crack the scale.
You know what I think happened, honestly? I think he legitimately didn't think it was going to go through and then got caught with his pants down.
Yeah, I mean, given the circumstances,
given the circumstances, like the guys were flying in later than you would typically for a fight, so
they can't cut as much
weight. A lot
weight.
of times you'll retain water on the plane, and you're gonna have to cut more weight. And then if you're landing into a different country or whatnot, and you have less time to cut weight, that could also factor into that as well.
Surprised more people didn't miss weight.
Okay, so fair game or not fair game? Them using Walt Harris's daughter as promotion.
Depends if it's I don't know. Depends on how tasteful it is.
I mean, he is talking about it, so like.
Yeah, he got the approval from the company to do it. So.
Yeah, I guess maybe
he's good for it.
It's still one of those things for me where it's like don't like when you bring it up, it's just hard to like it's one of those segueing things. Like I remember when I used to do FM radio, and we would talk about like something serious. A lot of times, I was really much in the camp of let that be the last thing we talk about in the show, and let's go cold. Like let's end the show off cold, because if you talk about it and then you move on, it just doesn't give it that same kind of seriousness it deserves. You know what I'm saying?